going to be Uragi's third competitive game on Meepo, but like you said, that doesn't necessarily matter if he's been spamming it a bunch in his pubs, or at least did during a period of time. But it's going to be something fun to watch. I'm excited for this.
So he's played in the last 8 days 1 Meepo game in pubs.
Okay.
And he won, so where's up?
Well, easy. Yeah, he surely wins.
Easy.
No.
Yeah, it's like, I remember I played Meepo one game and I won. I can do it again. But yeah, as I mentioned before, first Centaur, this hero's pretty good because like you get 2 clones, and Centaur normally spams you out of laning stage. They're pretty durable. He doesn't. If he does manage to spam you out, you just send 1 Meepo to heal,
Right.
and he'll come back. You don't really lose out on the laning stage very much. I'm more curious about this Lina pick.
Yeah.
Very interesting that they opted for Lina here. I mean, it's definitely really good versus Puck. I think if you go, I don't know if he'll do it, but if you play like a carry versus Puck in the mid lane, it's kind of like playing versus a sniper. And what I mean by that is you max your fiery soul instead of your nukes. You actually just keep clicking Puck. And Puck is a hero that just does not like right clicks at all.
Yeah.
It's, as I mentioned before, kind of like sniper. I've played this matchup as well, and it's so miserable for the Puck. But I think either way, it's kind of miserable for Puck just because you do have that long range harass.
Yeah, you're going to get clicked no matter what. When it's going to be a
begins.
bit of a tough one. They step into the river. Looks like it's going to be 2 bounty runes apiece. Is that right? Maybe 3? 3. Navi get away with 1 extra one. Not as good as that 4 that they had in the first series of the day, but still pretty solid. And yeah, I think the thing that is going to be interesting to watch about this is that the Death Prophet was picked so early and kind of felt like it set the tempo, but everything that's happened since then, Death Prophet has become like much less important, it feels like, in a draft. Meepo always feels like he becomes the star of the show in a way.
Yeah, for sure. Meepo is definitely one of those heroes for sure. Oh, did he missed reflection?
Oh.
You know, I'm not making fun of him because I'll miss my first cast of reflection too on the new patch.
Right.
They made the AoE so much smaller now.
No.
And then when you play a hero enough, you kind of just like get used to just the rhythm, and you'll just cast it right away.
Kiritich is like, no, there's something wrong. What happened? He's like, bind. I only had 1 skill level, but still bind.
Maybe it was bound to the wrong hockey. Who knows?
Yeah, so that was the big nerf in this last one, was decreasing the damage at the early levels and then also the radius down a little bit. That time he does manage to hit onto both, keeping him a little bit pushed back there.
I mean, the thing about TB, I mean, I really do enjoy the fact that TB gets to play as a carry again.
Yeah.
Like, I've been wanting to play some TB in my pubs. I mean, I actually did play the support TB a lot too because it's fun, but it was banned every game or picked that you just couldn't play it carry in pubs anymore.
Yeah.
But with the new nerf to it, I think support TB is like no longer viable. Like, reflection's still good and all, but before you'd always hit 2 heroes with reflection. The AoE is just too obnoxious.
Right.
Now I feel like if you space correctly, that it's a little more difficult to actually get that double reflection. So you're putting more emphasis on the metamorphosis and the conjure images, and that's, you know, kind of how Terrorblade's supposed to be played as a carry. Just getting those quintessential spells to help you farm it up, not just harass heroes.
Yeah, I like that. I'm curious if there's ever going to be a time. I mean, probably against certain heroes there could be some added value, but like you said, it's feeling like it's a dead meme at this point. Ooh, down bottom, FNG. Another stack, 5 of them. It's enough. Zayat draws the first blood on the Shadow Demon. Gotta be careful with those Shadow Poisons.
I like how I don't even play mid very much, like very rarely, but I can still call these builds.
Yeah.
I impress myself sometimes.
You're very good.
Godex also going for the 2 points in Fiery Soul. Because, like, last game, it wasn't done, right?
Yeah.
He maxed the nukes. I forgot who was playing it, but he ended up maxing the nukes on Lina and just went for the Maelstrom anyway. But I feel like if you're going to go for Maelstrom, you might as well just do the carry build and max your Fiery Soul.
Yeah. It definitely feels a little bit likely that I mean, particularly like you talked about in this match, it seems that much better. Does manage to get that Observer Ward taken away now from Sanctity. Gonna need to be in a decent separation position, but up top they find and catch onto Malady. Easy lift back. I mean, some combinations, they're still just good. Oh, Yuragi? Poof? No.
Okay.
Can't get enough.
He's got the 1-1-1 build, so it's not going to do a ton of damage, but honestly, pretty good harass.
Yeah.
Can't be too sad about that. And working your way to level 4, and that's when you get the additional Meepo.
Obviously, no sticks in this lane means that you're also not losing anything by just throwing out that net and connecting in. It's pretty cool as well. Movement now, FNG making the move to mid. Zayats is there too. Gonna try and start to stack up these shadow poisons and has to run away. Needs to get in range with the disruption. Catches them. Is this gonna be enough? It's gonna be close. Benji has to double leap out and will just manage to... Oh, he hit him!
You got
oh my
it.
God. That was really close. Yeah, I got to run back home.
May have not killed him, but that was emotional damage for sure.
Oh, yeah.
He won the mental warfare.
It's such a cool design. I love Shadow Demon as a hero. Like, what other hero or game has it like where if you hit 5 skill shots in a row at like low cost, it's like awesome. Up top, it's some good damage on the Natus as he's trying to get in range. No more nets though. So, ooh, Malady, he's fast. He's pretty quick.
He's not that fast.
No, didn't have boots.
They got boots of speed.
Oh,
yeah.
I drew one. Heritage. Yeah, that's a kill.
More and more poison stacks going out, but more importantly, I think the siphon there.
Right.
And this is kind of like what I was talking about as well, where your strongest point in the game should be the laning stage. Especially when you have a Mirana 5. Mirana 5 isn't the strongest laner. She has more utility options, like she can kind of get kind of fat in the lane and kill catapults, as you just saw. But she doesn't harass very hard. She doesn't like kill heroes, not like some Enchantress or Undying that'll make you lots of space. So that also makes Nephrod's game a little bit easier here to kind of harass Kiritich. But I'm gonna go ahead and just use the meta. But I don't think the DP cares very much with 3 points up now into the Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, she seems like it's not gonna be that scary. Zayats is stacking up camps and also chasing again after FNG. 6-minute mark. It is going to be a regen rune taken by Yuragi.
Okay.
Cool.
We got the rotation there. But his lane isn't going as well as I probably imagined it to go. It's not going poorly, but...
Right. I mean, yeah.
I think he would expect to do more because the Centaur level 5.5, Yuragi just hit level 5. But they're not really like punishing him too hard. But maybe with the rotation Malady, they can do something here.
Trying to find him.
Oh, missed the net.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Without that one hit, it's not going to work. Still, Natus is brought down somewhat low. Also, not going that ring of regen or anything like that. Or ring of health, rather, to keep them stacked up. Makes the laning stage a little bit more annoying. But 7-minute mark. So you're just going to stack Ancients, same as Shadow Demon, and in for those Wisdom Runes, one apiece.
Like clockwork, both position 4s do the same exact thing. Get the Wisdom Rune. Oh, arrow hit on bot lane.
Wow. That, oh my God, Spirit Siphon is so dumb. Dude, against the illusion too. Okay. Interesting. Oh, they thought they could do something with Yuragi and Malady coming through. Maybe they still can. Yeah.
Yep.
Jason, Malady finds one. Yuragi's there. Hello, how are you, Kiritich? Connects, waits for it. Good damage out, and no Sunder, obviously. Means Kiritich is going down. Now looking for more. They find FNG. Does have one leap charge. Gets some good separation, and that keeps him alive. Kiritich just a little much sticking around there.
I don't know if they can take this tower, though, unless they want to continue to keep more heroes down here. Yeah, Kiritich will just TP right back in your face, take the farm, so Yeah, it sucks to die, but at least they kept their tower alive.
True.
The moment you lose your tower, they're gonna start pulling the big camp over, double stacking it, and DP. That's when she'll truly get like a ton of farm. So being able to slow that down and hold this tower is pretty important here for the side of VP.
Another rune went the way of Sanctity, has the arcane now bottled. So SquadX just getting a little bit unlucky with the rune timing, and that's, you know, I mean, obviously still a lead over the puck, but it could be worse for puck if SquadX was also getting these runes.
Yeah. I mean, you're just farming up a storm at this point, though, on, you know,
Yeah.
incredibly farmed. The only one more farmed is this DP, just because she's got 2 kills under her name. CS-wise, still like 20 below. Kills matter quite a lot here, and maybe even a tower.
Yeah.
And what are we going for here on the DP? Looks like we're going for Shivas, or Veil for now, but eventually into the Shivas.
It's the tower. Okay. Nether Blast secures it, and they're getting set to do that pull stuff that you were just talking about.
Yeah. This always feels really bad if the offlaner knows what they're doing, because you're just praying at some point that Kirtich that the lane shoves back to you.
Right.
But when they pull that camp like that and deny a couple of the creeps there, not only are they farming that big camp every minute, they're also getting the wave, every single wave themselves too. So
yeah.
Kirtich not going to be super happy about this one, or DP happy as a clam.
3-1. And thinking again over how VP want to play this. I mean, I guess in the previous series, there were some pretty clear ideas of like who wanted to play at a faster tempo, who felt more comfortable going to the later stages. Is there anything like that in this game? Like, are there either of these teams on a timer, would you say, or is it kind of into the later stages going to be comfortable for both of them?
I think that's the way the game has gone so far. I think VP will feel much more comfortable in the late game, because a lot of your net worth is going on to DP, and DP is pretty hard countered this game because you picked her so early.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna have a good game on DP, but how reliable is it to run into a Terrorblade and a Lina as a DP? Like, there's an expiration date on that, and that expiration is gonna be around like 20-25 minutes, unless they can manage to just completely make the net worth advantage like 10-12k or something above. But I don't think that's going to be possible with just how much SquadX is farming.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have any way of stopping him as well, because like puck is your catch right now, but your puck is kind of getting bullied by the Lina right now, so it's really slowing down the puck's game here too. And
they just made that move up top to try and catch Natus. Now, realizing it's not quite going to be what they want it to be, they will get the leash onto 2. Yuragi moves in. Actually, with the DP ulti, Nefrit's going to be there. Tries to bring it down 1. It should be a kill onto both Seyuch as well as onto Natus. So, force out...
Heavy commitment, though.
Yeah. Can they get any damage onto this tier 1 tower mid? Looks like they're going to get some amount of exorcism onto it.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually pretty good. They're going to get the last glyph there for a while.
Oh, Yuragi! Up top, or down bottom. Oh, super low FNG. He's gonna try and make a move. Ends up dying. No, the Sunder from Kiritich keeps him alive. Oh, that was very close. And, I mean, that's keeping alive Yuragi while getting that tower. But they will take down the Shadow Demon. SquadX realizing, hey, there's an Invis Lina there. Action,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, lots of action. Doesn't feel great to sunder your position 5 this early on as a Terrorblade, but I think it's better than feeding Yuragi a kill, so. Good plays by Yuragi there. Just good micro. Wondering if he's a meeple player, and so far he looks like he's a meeple player.
Yeah, he's getting it done. Some stacks being built too, and clearing those through. That's what you want to see. Zayats is just trying to get to 6 as quick as possible once you get into that ultimate.
It's online now. A little bit delayed, but he got there. At the end of the day, it's fine. And this, we still haven't seen SquadX do anything but hit creeps this game.
Right.
But he's getting so farmed. Already has that Maelstrom online. Ogre Club as well. BKB will be coming very soon. I think he'll have that around like 15 minutes if he continues at this pace.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. And Centaur, after stopping off for a casual cloak, now has Blink Dagger done 13 minutes. He has been fairly farmed as well. It would imagine we're going to see some type of a fight around here. FNG is nearby. Zayats is down on the low ground. Disruption. TPing in with a couple. Arrow goes out. Not going to connect, and well, he has the zip away, and now FNG is going to be able to get out of there. But smoke? Wait, they're still going? Oh, they want to get the Wisdom Rune. Man, that's a big move for the Wisdom Rune. And if FNG gets it, it's going to spawn here in just a second. Everybody moving into position.
He exorcismed?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I guess that they're going to get the tower.
Created by, yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, I don't hate that exorcism, but it's also just very big commitment for one tower.
And no kill Melody. Now, no Pugna. Efrit is up on the high ground trying to get away, in some trouble. They TP out with the rest.
Blink Dagger in 3 seconds for Centaur.
Yeah, they're just going to get stomped. So the right click's coming through. Not enough heal in the world to keep him alive.
And that was just the Lina. At this point, Lina can just right click down and kill an exorcism Death Prophet. And this is why I was a little bit worried for their lineup, because you don't want your countered hero that you picked early in the draft to be the only hero that has a game. I guess your Augie kind of has a game right now, but it's like not your traditional Meepo game, I'd say. Normally you see Meepos already having a lot more participation in the game, or a lot more farm. But in this game, like, he's getting overshadowed a lot by the Lina's farm, and even the Centaur at this point. The only one having a rough game right now is Kiritich, but I can promise you, Kiritich does not care about having a bad game as long as his other two cores are having a good time. Because he's totally happy with just farming for the next 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
He just needs the space. And it looks like Sanctity is just going to be bullying FNG this game.
Okay.
Because that's about all he can do.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to find kills somewhere. Now, they are bringing multiple heroes down bottom. Melody, Nefrit, Zayat's all around the same area. Yuragi's farming the other side. Sanctity's showing in the mid, but gonna try and pick up a rune here in a second, most likely, and then head to join the rest of his squad, maybe? I mean, it looks like they're posturing to like put some pressure onto this tier 2 tower bottom as well.
Yeah, they're playing a bit fast-paced here, which there's like a trade-off you make. When you play like the way you're playing on Navi, you're sacrificing gold and experience for map control. So if you do want to play that way, you have to make something happen. Meanwhile, hold on, there's a smoke.
Jump in. Good catch. Oh, wow. The silence. Dead Pugna already got the ward down, and now noticed in trouble. Silence dead. So they managed to make a good trade-off there. It's another exorcism popped. I don't know if you feel confident stepping really far forward here, but whenever it's in the
Lina's
lane...
got BKB. Lina's got BKB.
They have disruption. He's going to be there for a second, but this is all bad. This is all bad. The rest of his team left pretty much with the exception of Zayats.
I feel so bad for this TP. Like,
yeah.
you just, what can you do against this? I have no idea what the play is. Like, if you ever walk into this Lina and TB, just done for. What they really need at this point is they need Sanctity to get more farmed.
Yeah.
Because he's that one hero that can kind of mess with them in the back lines. But he unfortunately just doesn't do much damage right now because he had a bad laning stage, as he was supposed to. Lina does give you a hard time in the lane as a puck. So he got harassed down really hard in laning stage, and he's kind of like on recovery mode. Even went for the Blink Dagger right now with the Witchblade, so he's doing okay.
Maybe they could do something here. Sanctity, they're onto him. Coil, Decrep, Life Drain. Effort's there too. Does manage to get the Sunder off. Still a ton of damage, but the Stampede is going to be enough to turn it. Now Zayat gets the disruption. I mean, he still can leap away. God, this feels so bad. Like he's hurting. Wait, maybe a second? Sanctity? Does he go for it? Oh, no, he's not going to. I thought he might blink for that. Instead, it's going to be Pugna down. And now they stole Decrep. Yeah, the wheels are starting to come off here. This is looking pretty rough. That's TP away.
Nope.
Not going to do it.
Getting a little rough, that's for sure. But Meepo still has to make an entrance into this game. This is the missing puzzle piece. 'Cause if you look at their draft, DP exceeded expectations, I would say, and how she performed this game. But unfortunately, her time is kind of past as how much impact she can have. Right. So the Puck and the Meepo, which are the later picks in the game, are going to have to find a way to show their worth here. And as of now, we honestly just haven't seen much of Yuragi with this Meepo, but we do know the timing of Meepo sometimes is that Aghanim Scepter and 5 minutes, so we'll keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and I mean, there are still options later on with these other heroes, but and DP, like, you've got Shiva's relatively tanky against the Terrorblade at this point. The problem so far has been this Lina, and just getting ripped through from all the magical damage that's coming out. But time will tell how they end up doing. 8 to 8, it's still only 2,000 gold into the favor of Virtus.pro, but it does kind of get that feeling that Na'Vi had this window where they're a little bit stronger, and that window is starting to pass. And they're going to have to play it a little bit in a, I don't know, I guess hiding fashion, or finding just like all in on a pickoff.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's just very simple. Net worth does matter, but where your net worth is at matters even more.
Okay.
And I think where they need their net worth to be is much more on the Puck. But Puck, unfortunately, is the lowest farm core in the game.
Yeah.
And if they want to win this game, this Puck is going to have to find a way to get some more farm going, because that's going to be the hero that's going to force a lot of these heroes, like the Puck is going to be on top of the Rubik, the Mirana. You need to be able to kill them without using coil. That's about where your farm needs to be. And at some points, you're going to get that Aghanims on Puck too, and now you can kind of deal with the Terrorblade. Right. Whereas there's nothing you can possibly buy on this Death Prophet to deal with these heroes. Absolutely nothing. You can try and go for a Halberd or something like that and just survive as long as you can. But at the end of the day, there's no item that is just going to counter them. You are just countered.
Well, there is one thing that's kind of nice about this. They are, if you do manage to win a fight as Na'Vi, the buildings will fall very rapidly because of that Meepo. If Yuragi can manage to stay alive, and one way to stay alive, secure yourself that Aegis. I believe that VP had just scanned Roche right before Na'Vi ran in here to go and do it. So they thought that it might be happening. They're going to know for sure now that it was. And they managed to get Yuragi that Aegis. With Aghanim Scepter done, Mega Meepo, and all the rest of it, we've seen how strong this can be.
And this is Yuragi's timing now. He's, for the next 4.5 minutes, probably the strongest hero in the game, I would say. Yeah, he definitely is. He's up there with Lina, though they're both really strong right now. But they want to be able to use this Mega Meepo plus Aegis timing to make something happen here. The only thing that you are kind of lacking right now for Na'Vi is, I guess you're not, but you don't have a way to stun this the Lina, right? Like, your control is coil.
Yeah.
But Lina has BKB for that. So it's not going to be the easiest to kind of kill Lina at this point of the game. So that's always going to be a concern. Right? We talked about last game. We saw the Lina having reposition abilities,
right,
or like instant jumps really makes Lina uncomfortable. Na'Vi have none of that.
No.
And to make things even worse, the Lina has a Centaur on her side, which is like one of the better heroes of protecting her. So they're going to have to find some type of strategy to deal with Squadix, because Squadix is the biggest threat in this game, by far.
Blink away as they break the smoke. Really well done by Sage. Yeah, it's just his positioning's been really solid. I guess the one thing that again stands out as a possibility is going to be Shadow Demon ulti on Lina, but that's dependent upon Centaur ulti being down.
Yeah, you got to be patient.
Right. And who knows, maybe that again, like an overextension is the avenue to make it happen. But the game, even with that Aegis, is it's not looking particularly easy for Navi.
Yeah, they're not sure what to do with this Aegis because they already took most objectives already, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple tier 2s you can knock down, which is great. But I think you're having a decision whether it's worth it or not, because you're gonna have to spend 4 to 5 heroes to take a tier 2. And during that whole time, you have this Lino with bots, you got Terrorblade illusions. You're gonna just lose out on more net worth as in every minute passes by. So they need to find some type of opportunity where they can kill a hero. And killing Centaur would be perfect. This is ideal kill.
Nicely done here. Yeah, the silence can't get the Stampede off, and even if he did, there was going to be the coil at the ready. So they connect for the kill. That's Exorcism used as well. This is tier 2 tower. So kill into objective. What Navi wanted.
This VP just let it go and farm as much as they can.
Oh, I think they're going to try and kill whoever comes down here to the bottom lane. Oh, no. Rubik is there. Decrypt the creep. Nice. Like that. Is it going to be able to stick around long enough? Yeah. Creep's living for at least a moment.
They didn't even get the tier 2 mid either.
Wait, they didn't?
Nope.
Okay.
I think they were feigning going mid so they can get a kill on the bot lane, but unfortunately, neither of those really panned out here, as Terrorblade, he has completely finished his Scotty now with Manta. The next time we see Kiritich in the fight, he's going to be very, very strong. Same with Squadix. He's going for MKBs are on the menu here.
Yikes.
Wait, why? Why is everyone going MKB?
Confused? Yeah, I don't know.
It's interesting. I know a lot of items got nerfed and MKB keeps getting buffed. And it got to a point, there used to be a patch where MKB was the best damage item, right, regardless of you're going versus evasion. But lately, it's mainly just been a counter evasion. But there's literally just 15% evasion in this game.
I think
that's on Meepo.
I think it is just the damage. Oh, FNG. They get an arrow now connected onto Meepo. That's not the real one, so Mega Meepo is ready. Kiritich turns now immediately onto Malady. The root, the connection. Do they have enough there for the kill? He backs away. Meepo dropping low, but has Mega Meepo at the ready. Disruption onto one. Malady still living. Nobody dead in this fight. Kiritich down low, pops the Sunder. Doesn't manage to get the BKB off in time, but the turnaround, and with all the Spirit Siphons, DP living through it, barely surviving, does finally get brought down, but lives long enough. What a turnaround as they manage to take down 3, and Sayush, oh man, got his fancy juke shoes on, gets out of there. The heal, is it on the illusions? Am I remembering this correctly, that you heal more from Spirit Siphoning illusions?
I think that was Bane.
Okay.
You'd heal more because you do more damage. But I think for the Spirit Siphon, it's a flat amount of damage, right? 100.
Well, right, but you do more damage because the illusions take more damage.
Yeah, no, actually you should, yeah. It should heal more. All right.
Dang.
Because you do less damage and you heal, like for Eternal Shroud, right?
Yeah.
So you heal less against units like that. But yeah, they'll definitely heal more against illusion, but the illusions also die really fast too. But at this stage, I guess they're not even dying that fast. So yeah, they kept them alive for that duration. And I think the big thing there was the Aegis. Like if Yuragi didn't come back into that fight,
yeah,
I think that fight probably would have been over in favor of VP. But the fact that they chose to take a fight into Aegis, which was a little questionable to begin with, the whole thing, I was just kind of scratching my head of like what Kirch's plan was there, because he just ran in straight for the Pugna, right? And shout out to the Pugna here on Malady. He survived for so long.
Yeah.
He actually did not die immediately. Got 2 rounds off into Decrepify, 2 rounds of life drain off. And I think that bought enough time for not only the DP to get in there, but also all the other heroes to make stuff happen there. But that was a much needed fight win for Yuragi and the boys here on Navi.
Jeez. Oh, you know, what's up? Oh yeah, he's going
dead.
Down. FNG
Don't worry, Sagan.
comes in for the finish. I was also just thinking about it, and I guess that Shiva's probably also increases the amount that you're healing too.
Yeah, it does.
Dang. A lot of ways to try and stay alive for Nefrit. I mean, he's still not doing like a ton of damage, as Yuragi will be forced back by Squadix. We were talking about that MKB. I was just looking at the numbers again on it. 40 damage, 45 attack speed. Then you also get 80% chance to proc for, is it 80 damage nuke? I mean, that is a pretty high damage item just in its own right, or 70 damage nuke.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Kind of cool. Oh. B. Gonna be pulled back in and brought down. I mean, so do you think that that's the main reason that he bought it, is just because he, like, or is it the evasion talent for the Meepo? Oh no, I was wondering. Okay, so I was wondering in my head if Fear was just mad dogging me the hardest that I've ever heard, but his PC actually crashed, so he's gonna be right back in a second, and it's gonna be great. But that would have been a great moment otherwise. So never you fear, everybody. He's gonna be joining us in just a moment. I think that I'm gonna do my best Fear impression. Yeah, totally. That's what it is. That's my bad. I'm sorry, Fear. But they are building more evasion into him also. We see Nefrit now going into a halberd as well. One of the things that we're thinking about could be an answer. Obviously, used to be amazing against these heroes like Lina, because the BKB would not solve that problem if you got it off beforehand. Now it does. Yuragi gets jumped right away. Needs to get saved. The lift is going to be there, but there it is. The Mega Meeple safe, and the show up from everybody. Lina went in far too far. Chased down now by that TP. Did they have enough damage to kill her off? Not quite. Can come back in for a second round. Safe. It's going to be caught and killed off. Disruption now onto Terrorblade. They have their own Terrorblade illusions, which hit him really hard. No chance for a Sunder. So Puck for Terrorblade in the end. As VP, you got to be thanking your lucky stars that Lina did not just get dropped right there. Barely saved at the last minute by that freaking Centaur Stampede. Very nicely done.
Yeah, I just saw the TB die there. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, they went in for a fight, and Mega Meepo saved himself. They almost killed Lina, and then the disruption onto Terrorblade. So TB has to worry about himself getting more illusions created. And Zayat, he's been able to build into an Aghanim Scepter now.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm old. I had to take a quick nap.
No problem.
I'm back though.
I was asking questions of you and then just like no response, and I was like, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah, my old age, you know, sometimes I just fall asleep at the chair.
There you go. Holy moly, what a turnaround though. Navi are really starting to pull things together here, looking good.
Yeah, it definitely looks that way. The net worth does appear to be even here, but they are managing to kill this Terrorblade over and over again, and Orchid and Malevolence is the choice on Curatage here. I wonder if that's for the Puck or what it's for, but I talked about this Puck and where he needs to be in this game with this Aghanim's build. It's completed now, so he is doing some damage.
Yeah, he got a coil onto like 3 or 4 heroes in that last one. Jumps forward right into all of them, but he's caught! Oh no, that's the Mega Meepo! He can't save himself! They're all gonna die! He takes him down! Puck can't carry this alone. Nefrit wants to run in, does not have Exorcism anymore though. Still does some good damage out there. Zayat goes down, that's 2 already dead. They're still fighting into this, and the Puck is just gonna die. Everybody's so low, but there's no damage to be dealt. That Orchid, it's so annoying.
I was asking, I wonder what the Orchid's for this game, but this man knows how to counter Meepo. If you Orchid the main Meepo, of course you have to find which one's the main one by doing some investigation work by clicking around, but if you find the real one, you just silence it, and then you can finally target the other ones, and that just shuts down the Mega Meepo play. It kind of forces you into really needing this Disperser now. As fast as you possibly can. That way you do have that Dispel.
Well,
but I don't think he saw it coming.
No, I mean, there's that, and you know, sometimes we would see a Manta a while ago, but yeah, it's just not gonna be online quite quick enough. And that, I mean, the big thing there was that it felt like it was even. Suddenly 8,000 gold lead, and Lina now has an Aegis. Your fights became so much more difficult, and that was running in without Exorcism. I think that I wonder if they thought they were there or not. Like, they might have just been trying to control that area for Roche, but whatever the case was, they got walloped.
And on top of that as well, the Terrorblade has finished a BKB. Oh yeah, by the way, not sure if you know this, but Centaur Shard versus Meepo is very cool.
Oh god. All right, yeah, it's gonna be big.
It works on all the other Meepos. You get a lot of stats.
That is scary. Jump in, finds and kills the Pugna. And now the Orchid out. Zayats is dead. Oh, they're just tearing him apart, ripping him to shreds. This Orchid pickup from Terrorblade is so clutch.
I mean, I shouldn't have taken a nap the moment I woke up. VP woke up as well.
Well, FNG is old like you. He needed his nap as well.
It's looking rough now. It's a 12k gold lead, knocking on the high ground. You got both supports dead. How do you defend this?
I don't know. I mean, it's weird because just a second ago it felt like Navi had finally like climbed this hill to get back into the game, and then one bad fight, things just snowballing one after the other. VP step forward. Nice. Good job with the halberd.
Yeah.
That
probably saved his range racks, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
Besides, pre-purging himself.
Okay. And will manage to get some separation, but is still going to die. Good LSA connection. Yuragi, Nefrit's trying to chase these heroes down. I mean, Heritage is kind of in no man's land, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter. Good decrep, keeping alive that Death Prophet. Also has the Spirit Siphon working. Heritage down low. Sanctity is dead again. Squadix is just owning him. This entire game. Stomp again onto 4. Finds and kills him. 7,000 HP on this Centaur as all 5 are dead. They're going to run high ground. Virtus.pro just too strong.
Oh, did they nerf the... Okay, maybe the Centaur Shard isn't good anymore.
Oh, no.
They nerfed it. They can only have a maximum of 5 stacks now.
Boo.
Boo.
Only 7,000 HP. Not cool.
He would have had 10,000 before the nerf.
Yeah. I mean, and they're just trying to wrap this one up now. The game's completely fallen out of their hands. A buyback from Meepo to try and save these racks. Man, never have I seen an Orchid win a game so hard for a team. Holy moly.
Definitely not a late Orchid, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd argue the last game we saw where the Enigma went Orchid first item was pretty game-winning too.
That's true.
That was like a first item Orchid, but picking up an Orchid this late in the game, it's a bit unusual. And it's kind of a cool item on Terrorblade if you really think about it, because you have Manta, you have these innate illusions. It does turn into a Bloodthorn, and Bloodthorn works on any damage taken by any unit. So that includes creeps, that includes illusions. You get that bonus 50 damage per hit. So definitely pretty nice to have for Heritage here, as the damage output is very high, I would say, for this. But normally you see the Butterfly over the Bloodthorn. Interesting adaptation.
Yeah. And I think, like you're talking about, it's just that answer to the Meepo in general. Make sure that he can't get Mega Meepo off, and then I mean, also we saw it on the supports even. You know, you find one of these like Shadow Demons or Pugnas to the side, suddenly they're caught, and in a bad way, say he's just gonna find Sanctity again. It has just not been his day. They go instead for the back line, the land, the stun, and the arrow follow-up, but they actually don't have that much damage. He's staying alive through this. The stomp, never have I seen a Shadow Demon so tanky. It will not matter in the end, as Natus is just brazenly running in. A good coil connection onto 3. Meepo jumps in, finds this Terrorblade, tries to bring him down, but he's died! He gets killed! Did not get a chance to get Mega Meepo off. Again caught by the Orchid. GG called. Virtus.pro, no mercy.
Yeah, this game started out a little bit slower here, but it ended the way that I figured it probably would end. It's just
Right.
the lineup from Navi kind of had an expiration date. Meepo isn't the Meepo of old. I feel like if it was old Meepo, right, you would have that Disperser as your first item, as a lot of people did. And then all of a sudden you don't care about these Orchids, but Disperser is nerfed so hard that it wasn't even an item that you really want on Meepo anymore, at least not early on. So that early Orchid pickup really shut down the Mega Meepo play.